Today we're here to talk about perma bans inside of Diablo Immortal. Bans where you lose your account permanently, forever. No matter where you are, where you were, how long you played, or how short, your accounts are forever banned. I'm bringing this topic up again because, let's be honest, I did a few months back, but over this holiday break, I've received so many messages from people about permabans, about them getting the notification, getting the email that their accounts have been banned. They can no longer play on that account. Now, this brings up a lot of discussion points that I have notes of here that we're going to go through today. I have the player's stance and I have Blizzard's stance as well, because after the last set of permabans, I was able to get a little bit of a conversation going. So I'm going to share what I heard with all of you. So let's start out with, what are people getting banned for? Or what do people believe that they're getting banned for? The first thing is most commonly controller use. People are saying that they were banned because they were using a controller that was potentially not on the list of accepted controllers. It was not one that was supposed to be used. For me, that's a silly reason for a ban. Controllers should be legal. This is not a esports game. There's no betting that goes on inside of this game. It should just be whatever. Play how you want because you're playing for fun. Other people were being banned because of their use of world chat. Potentially, people were abusing world chat, maybe being offensive, maybe being racist. I'm not sure. I have no idea what the chats actually looked like because no chat was shared with me, but I was told that certain people were banned because of world chat. This is a better reason, in my opinion, depending on what's being said. If someone's in world chat being really disgusting, and then you have kids or just people that don't want to hear that stuff on the other side of world chat, I could see an argument where that person should be warned and then banned from the game. And then you have other reasons, like maybe they're doing some type of an illegal farming method. Maybe they're doing AFK farming. Now, this has been a debate as well, because when I brought this up, some people tell me AFK farming was killed in a few patches ago and you can't AFK farm anymore. Other people tell me that you could still definitely AFK farm. And from what I see on my server, I see some AFK or partially AFK farming. You know, there's the farming where you're kind of sitting on your couch watching TV, you're in a congested zone, you hold down the button. I've seen people doing that, or I mean, who knows what they're actually doing on the other side of the game, but what it looks like from the gameplay. So, but is AFK farming, or let's not even call it AFK, because AFK farming probably isn't the best. Is it worth a permaban? I don't think so. But, you know, like non-effort farming, if I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of attacking, paying attention to a show, looking, attacking, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. These are the majority of the reasons why people are being banned, or why I'm being told that they're being banned, what they're telling me. Now, part of the issue here is these emails that they're getting are not at all personalized. So you get banned. You've been playing Diablo Immortal for a year and a half and your account just got banned. And you get a generic email saying that your account has been banned permanently. You can't get it back. It may give you a little something because of use of controller or whatnot, but I don't even think it goes that deep. So as a player, if I take myself and say, okay, if I were to get banned and I were to get a message like that, how would that make me feel? It would make me feel bad, real bad, not knowing a specific reason. But when you take a look at this from Blizzard's standpoint, how many players are playing? How many people are on staff to send out ban messages? It does seem a little bit unrealistic for people to get a really personalized message about the ban. This lighting is bothering me. There we go. We'll go all white. I don't like it when my skin tone gets all weird in color. That looks better. So, not getting an email that's really personalized is could be frustrating and could leave you in a little bit of a world of wonder. But with that said, I understand the reason for that kind of an email. And by the way, as we're approaching some of the more juicy parts of this discussion, I'm on both sides of the fence. I understand why Blizzard does what they do, and I understand how it feels as a player to have this stuff happen to you. I'm sure that there's been people that have been banned for no reason or for false reasons. And I'm sure that there are tons of people that have been banned that are telling me it was for a controller, but really it was for something else that they were doing in the game. I'm sure we have all of that. And the people who are reaching out to me, none of them are people that I really either game with all the time, really know, or are friends with. They're people that I've met throughout the game communities. They seem like really great people, concerned about the game health, about their accounts and all that. No one seems bad, but I don't know them. Like, I don't know their play tendencies and things like that. So things have gone pretty far. I've heard law threats where people are saying that all of them are going to band together and they're going to hire a lawyer to go after Blizzard for this. Now, my honest opinion on that is, I think that would probably be a waste of time. Not that I want to sway anyone from their choices. If they want to get representation because they feel they were wronged, that is definitely your right. But being Blizzard, a massive game company, Microsoft at this point, hiring a lawyer to fight for your right to play the game, their game, with their terms of service, I'm sure, and now I can't say for sure, but I would really be confident that they have all this covered in terms of service. There are probably pages and pages of terms of service for this game, and there's gotta be some clauses in there that say things about Blizzard being able to ban anyone at any time for any reason. I'm sure that it's in there. But why do people want to get lawyers? Well, it brings us to a real bigger point that I'm going to get to soon, which is about money, which is where I see the issue lying. But in addition to getting lawyers, in addition to everyone reaching out to me, which I actually really appreciate, I appreciate that you guys value me enough in the Diablo Immortal community to come to me to try and represent or at least get the word out, which is really what this video is about. So thank you guys. I do appreciate that. Something else that's been created, which I think is actually a fantastic idea, which is how this whole video came to be, was there has been a Discord server that's been created. It's called BTB, Ban the Ban. I will be linking it in the description of this video. So if you're someone that's been banned in Diablo Immortal, feel free to join that server and talk to other people who have been banned inside of Diablo Immortal. I am in the server to hear everyone's stories. I have not been banned, nor do I have any friends who have been banned, but I'm there to kind of hear what people have to say, to kind of educate myself on what's going on. It's a small server of people right now, mostly friends or people that have become good acquaintances that I could see, but they said that they're welcoming anyone that wants to share their stories and maybe resolution ideas. So if you're someone that wants to talk to others, I'll be linking the Discord in the description of this video. You can go over there, obviously be respectful inside of the server, and you could be with like people in the same boat as you that have been banned or have friends that have been banned that really feel lost. It sounds like a counseling session right now, but yeah, people that feel lost. And that's just a good place for you guys to put your minds together and either come to me as a group with a discussion. I'm happy to jump on voice. I've done it with many people before, or just to talk to one another. Now, this brings up the questions, are the bans a mistake, or is the conduct a mistake, or was it a little bit of both? All right, so for me, I play 90% of the time on my phone, and then I play 10% of the time on my PC. I play on PC just because I record footage on PC because the resolution is just nicer. It looks better on my PC. I got 4K monitors. It comes through nice. That's why I play on PC. I actually find it quite clunky to play on PC. I've been going with my mouse. I've been going with the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the keyboard, and it's okay. Okay at best. My gameplay is definitely suffering from it. When I play on my phone, I feel more at home. I feel like I could wreck on the mobile controls. But you have people that are using controllers. I actually had someone from my clan family just this break ask, is this controller okay? And it was some knockoff brand of a PlayStation controller. And I said, if it's not on their list, I wouldn't use it. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't even use a controller at this point at all, because just for the off chance that whatever or whoever is banning people is making a mistake. Even if they make a mistake 1% of the time, I don't want to be that 1%. I'm going to play on my phone, I'm going to play on PC, and I'm going to love it. Because I'm not trying to run into any issues with myself personally. So the question is, if it's a permaban, does it actually mean permaban? Permanent, forever. And to my understanding, you could go through the email process. Your account's been banned. You reply, why? I didn't do anything. All your reasoning. Then you're going to get another response back saying maybe a tiny bit more detail of why you're banned, but you're still permabanned. You'll reply again because you're still not satisfied. And then I believe that third email is going to be, this is the last email that you're going to receive. You are not going to be unbanned. I don't see a way, unless if you have some way to get in touch with the person doing the bans, with the factual information, not I'm a good guy, I'm just a dad who plays Diablo Immortal, or a mom who plays Diablo Immortal in my spare time. I've only been playing a week. I've only played on my phone. Like, these aren't reasons why they're going to say, okay, we'll unban you. It needs to be some type of undisputable evidence, which is really hard to find or to even know what indisputable evidence is. So, unfortunately, at least as far as I see it, and again, just like the lawyer thing, don't let me sway you from fighting your fight or from making your argument or for trying to be heard. But I see it being very difficult if you get a permaban to actually reverse it. Now, a lot of you come to me because you know that I have connections with Blizzard. I am a Blizzard Diablo partner. I'm actually a Warcraft Rumble partner too, which I kind of stopped playing Warcraft Rumble. I ran out of time to have 4 YouTube channels, so now I'm focusing in on the 3. But with that being said, I don't know the depths of the teams that do all this. I have no idea the terms of service banning team that is in charge of all of their games. I have no idea who they are. I don't think anyone does. They're probably not people who are on social media. It's not Adam Fletcher, who's like the face of Diablo, that's out here banning people. He's the face of Diablo. He's the voice. He's the one that we hear stuff from. And he's the one that can give us some information, of course. There's also many others. I know the people that develop Diablo Immortal, but again, they're developing Diablo Immortal. So to know the people, for me to go to someone and say, all these people are being banned, I just don't know the right person to go to, which is the reason for this video. Now, if I were to go specifically to Blizzard for every single person, and I used to have this issue in Clash of Clans as well. I was, a person in the Clash of Clans community. People would come to me all the time about bans. And what everyone needs to understand is I can't go to, say, Adam Levine, right? And say, Adam, did I say Adam Levine? Isn't he a singer? I meant Adam Fletcher. Sorry, Adam. I can't go to Adam Fletcher for every single person. I just can't. He will eventually block me and no longer want to talk to me, and it would honestly ruin my relationship with Blizzard. What I can do is come together with something like this, with a general message about what's going on, so that it could be known and it could bring some light to the situation. I wish there was a contact that I could have, that I could send account IDs to that have been banned, and that they could double check it. I would be happy to do that. Blizzard, if that's even a possibility, I would be happy to do it, and I could be the intermediate, the middle person to send you people that are complaining. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think there's a team in place. I don't think it's a position that would be worth them having someone on salary to do. I know that sounds bad because this is your account, this is your time, and this is your money. So, is the ban a mistake? Everything makes mistakes, whether it's AI or a person. There could be a small percentage of bans that are a mistake, done for a unfair or just not truthful or just accidental reason. And is the conduct a mistake? I can't believe I called you Adam Levine. I don't know why that was. The conduct Could you have made a mistake and done something wrong inside of the game? Could you have one day been in a bad mood and someone really pissed you off in world chat and you said some things that were a bit racy? Yeah, that stuff can happen. We all have bad days. Could that have gotten you a permaban? I don't know, man. I can't, unless if you said some really crazy stuff in world and had a lot of complaints. It's not like they're looking through world chat all the time. A lot of people must have taken screenshots, submit them for review, and it must have been bad enough for that issue to be a permaban. But could there be mistakes on both sides? Of course, there totally could. Now, where do I see the true issue? When I think of my account, I don't spend a ton of money. I spend, and to be frank, when we were in alpha, or it was beta, when monetization became alive, they tested out monetization. I said, this is great. I want to see how you could buy stuff in Diablo Immortal. I'm going to spend 200 bucks. Or I just spent 200 bucks. It was cool because in beta, we got that money back, and then we could spend it again in the game when it was live, because everything was wiped. So I was like, oh, this is cool. 200 bucks, I can spend it twice. It's a good value, right? Like half off. So I had that 200 bucks on the account. I bought a bunch of packs, dungeon packs and things when the game came out. I really didn't know what I was buying in the beginning. We were all learning the game. And then I have been spending $5 a month for about a year, maybe even a year and a quarter. I was just spending $5. I was just getting the battle pass, and I've never gotten the $15 battle pass. And as of recently, maybe the last 4 to 6 months, I've been buying the Boon of Plenty. I love the remote market. I like the benefits. Does it give me some orbs? Yup. Does it give me, and the orbs are good because when I want to awaken a slot, I have the orbs to do it, and I'm getting it for 10 bucks a month. So now on the monthly, I'm spending 15 bucks a month. That's it. I feel for myself, for my situation and what I can afford, and for me making, Diablo Immortal is a massive part of my life. I spend a lot of time with, on, and in the community of the game. 15 bucks a month for me to be part of this is a steal. I could very well go and say 500 bucks a month is something that I could realistically do. Again, the YouTube channel doesn't make a ton of money, so I try not to do that, but you get the idea. If my account were to get banned, I mean, what do I have? $600-700 in the game, if that, $500, I would be upset. Not only because of what was in the game financially, because there's definitely free-to-play players, but also the time. I've invested thousands of hours into this game, and if my account were banned, my time is gone. Now, of course, there's the catch-up mechanic, and I can start over, but man, even me as a content creator where this is my job, that is massively deflating. I mean, it would make a good video, for sure, but I don't know that it would be worth it starting fresh. That may be like, I was banned, we're moving on to this game, everyone come with me type thing. But there's no game that's as good. That's the thing. So I get that. The money is even a bigger issue though. I know a lot of people that are free to play, people like myself, low spenders, and a lot of whales. I mean, I know the biggest of whales in the game, and I know some whales that spend 50 grand in the game. The biggest of whales in the game is somewhere around 200,000 spent, by the way. If one of them were to get banned, perma-banned on that account, let's say 50 grand, 30 grand, there's an issue there with that money not being refunded. Especially if the player, now if the player's cheating, if the player's buying orbs from some offshore account and with stolen credit cards, you know how they dealt with this a year and almost a half ago. People were getting the negative orb balance, negative 2 million orbs. They'd have to buy all those orbs to get their account back to zero, and then their account can be played. Even with people buying illegal orbs for 10% of what they actually cost, those players were not permabanned. Their accounts were dropped into the negative. So, and that is probably one of the worst things, because it's literally stealing from Blizzard. It's stealing from them. And it's buying from people that are stealing from others from credit cards that have been stolen and fraud of nature. Those deals are never good. Don't ever buy from those companies, by the way. Buy legit. So, being that those people weren't even permabanned, which I believe that probably should be, what about the players that did spend 30 grand in the game? If I have a $30,000 account and I got banned today and that money is just gone, that's a huge problem. And I don't know where I sit on this, but I know how I sit with my feelings, that I would not be okay with losing that money. Now, of course, Diablo Immortal could go under tomorrow, the game could collapse, and everyone could lose their money, because what we're buying inside of a mobile game is digital property. It is not real, and if the game goes away, we lose all of that digital property. Now, I feel confident that Diablo Immortal will be around for a while, and the investment that we make in the game will be used for years to come. So I'm okay with it. But for someone that got banned for that, I don't know if there should be a refund issued. Because then, yeah, they lost the account and the time, but the money, the monetary investment wasn't missed. It's back. It's a refund. You got to play for free. So honestly, that's up for discussion. I don't know how that sits. Blizzard, according to the terms of service, is probably in the right with taking that money and not refunding it based on their terms of service, I said. But it definitely would not feel right as a player. Now, after I put out the last video on these bans, I was reached out to by Blizzard, and they wanted to address a couple of things that I talked about in that video. And I never really, I don't ever think that I brought it to light. I was told that people are not being banned for illegal controller use. That is not happening. Now, of course, again, as I said before, there is a percentage of error that could come into play with anything. Things that I say here, things that you tell, anything. There's a percentage of error. So there is that potential. But I was basically told that that's not the reason people are being banned, that there's something else going on. So I wasn't given specifics, details, but it led me to believe maybe someone's got their controller on the desk and they're taping down the attack button and they're walking away for a half an hour. That would be that AFK farming, which is possibly against terms of service. Or they're doing something inside of the game with a controller, even if it's a legal controller, that is against terms of service. So a next level of wrong. And from the discussion, it wasn't outright said to me, but from the discussion, I did get the feeling that if you're permabanned, that's permabanned. Like, they could ban people inside of the game for time, and then they could permanent ban people. I feel like if it's something that we're on the fence or that they thought they should revisit, it would be, even if it's a year ban, 365 days, at least you could get things back in a year, which you probably wouldn't care at that point, but at least there's an open end. But these permabans, they're forever. I got the feeling that if you are permabanned, it's going to be impossible to get it unbanned. But as I said, anything is possible with the right argument, the right person, and all of that. So, I've rambled on a lot longer than I thought that I would. But I felt that this did deserve a decent discussion, and sometimes my mind just goes down the rabbit hole and I start talking about this a little bit more in depth than I had planned. But I do very much feel for people that are getting banned. I know that there's good people that are getting banned. Maybe they made some bad choices and did the wrong thing. Maybe they did nothing wrong and they were accidentally banned. And this is a difficult situation for Blizzard to be in too. It's a really tough spot to be able to have a system to look into the ban. Maybe we should do something in the future where permabans aren't the first step. Maybe the first offense, now obviously it depends on how bad the offense was. If it were controller use, let's use that for example. If you're using a controller that's not on the list, you were using some ghetto controller, and you were even using it in a way that you know was probably a little bit cheap inside of the game. You were gaining advantage on the game. If that were you, maybe there should be a 2-week ban. That's the first ban. Bam. And then you're like, oh crap. All right, they caught me. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore because I don't want to get another ban. Then maybe a second offense is a 6-month ban. Man, that would hurt. A 6-month ban would hurt, but it wouldn't take you out of the game. Because you could still come back. You could still get back in there 6 months later. You could farm up a baby account and take the platinum or something, and then in 6 months you could be good to go and back. And then after that 6-month ban, after you've had 2 offenses, then maybe go with a permanent ban. And at that point, there is no turning back. Like, your emails won't even get responded to, no turning back. Because you've already had offense 1, offense 2, 3 strikes, you're out. It sounds like a little dad approach. Something like that seems a lot more fair. Now, of course, if there's some things that are really, really, really bad, then first offense, permaban, that would make sense. It's hard though. You get gray space there, and what's really bad and what's not, and was a really bad false diagnosed, or was it actually did it actually happen? So it's tough. And I will again mention, I said it, I would be happy to be a intermediate if Blizzard did have a person that was in charge of looking into these types of things, which is not known by the community. I'd be happy to just have a thread where accounts could be shared with me, and I could send them off to that person, or we could find a system. I don't think that's a thing that could happen, but I would be happy to be that intermediate just to kind of help out everyone, help out Blizzard, and help out all of you, the players, as well. So again, I feel bad that this is happening to everybody. It sucks. So what I would do is urge people to do what I do. Not that what I do is always right or perfect, but I just play on my phone or PC with mouse and keyboard, and that's it. I don't mess around with controllers. I don't do any of that. I've used a controller in the past, forever ago. It was approved, but still, I don't even want to mess with that anymore. I would just say play safe. Play the ways that are just old school, keyboard and mouse, or on your phone, so you don't risk the chance, because it's not worth the stress. And again, if it happened to me, I'd be really, really upset. I'll be leaving the link to the Ban the Ban Discord server in the description of this video. If you've been banned, go check out what they have to say over there and connect with all of those people. Always remember, be respectful. This is a community that's been built upon helping one another, not about ranting and raving about your personal situation. And thanks for everyone who reached out. I do appreciate you guys relying or confiding in me with your information. I will never share people's names, whether that be from the Blizzard side or from the community side, when it's regarding bans or anything that's a topic like this. So hope you all have a great day. Hope everything works out, and enjoy the rest of your vacation. Hopefully we could come to a solution to this whole ban situation.